Hello, welcome back to the SEO Bootcamp by Moz Academy. This is the on-page optimization course, and in this lesson, we'll be covering common page optimization elements, specifically the header tags, H1s, H2s, H3s, etc. Now, header tags are often not implemented correctly or even considered on many websites, but they relate to three of the goals on our conversion path. They relate to ranking. H1s signal to the search engines as to what the page is about, and then H2s and H3s can also help when you're trying to optimize a page for multiple keywords. They relate to your click-through because they can help you appear in featured snippets, and those featured snippets have a really high click-through rate. They also relate to the visit. They can help structure your page to make it easily readable and consumable for the audience, improving the user experience. Many people don't take advantage of these header tags, and yet it's a great opportunity. So what is a header tag? It is a structural element on the page. Your H1s, H2s, H3s, they all help signal to Google as to what that page is about. So how can we identify header tags? When we're on our site, a competitor's site, how do we find those tags? Well, we can find any page attribute with the Moz bar. If you go to this URL and download the Moz bar, it is free, and it'll enable you to identify page attributes such as the H1 and H2 tags. So if we go back to this blog post, 6 Ways to Prevent Car Theft, and open up the Moz bar, this tray opens up. And way over here in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see this very first icon. This is the page analysis icon. So if you click on that, this on-page element tray opens up. And if we zoom in, here we can see the H1 and H2 tags. The H1 tags is 6 ways to prevent car theft, and the H2 tag is related blog posts. So if we go back to that page, we can see the H1 tag up here at the top, and then the H2 tag as related blog posts. The H2 is not related to the H1, which actually isn't at all effective. This isn't really how Google reads or interprets these tags. H tags, H1s, H2s, H3s are not just about the font of the text. We could easily put the title of our page or paragraph headers into larger font. Instead, these tags are a structural element, signaling to Google, hey, this is what this page is about, and this is some of the other topics that we're covering on this page as well. And because of the structure of this page, it's important to me to put this text into larger font. So when you're thinking about heading tags and best practices, the H1 tag should describe the main topic of your page. It should be the title of your article or the main topic of your page. It should contain your targeted keywords, the ones that closely relate to the page title and the page topic. There should only be one H1 tag per page, as it describes the overall topic of your page. Now, you can use additional topic keywords in those H2 tags. Those are subheadings and should contain keywords that are related to your H1 tag. And then the following H3 tag would be related to the H2 tag. And then so on and so forth. The next H2 tag will be a subheading of the main heading, the H1 tag. And then H3s are subheadings of those H2 tags, and so on and so forth. You can almost treat them as though they're chapters in the same book. Think of them as a hierarchy. So there's only one H1 tag per page, multiple H2s, multiple H3s, but those H3s should always be subheadings of the H2s, and the H2s should always be subheadings of your one main H1. So if we go back to this blog post once again, that's why this H1 and H2 aren't really considered effective. So this is an example of where these tags, which could really be helping out their SEO, just isn't. So let's take a look at some tips for the H1, H2, H3 tags. You can use those tags for featured snippets and for optimizing for multiple keywords. There are three types of featured snippets. The first type is a 2 to 3 sentence answer. In this case, you can see a question and then a short answer that's 2 to 3 sentences. The second type of featured snippet is a list. So you can see the query, how to cook pasta, and then 6 steps to cook pasta. And then that third type of featured snippet is a table. You can see the cost of a yurt broken down into the roof, wall, door, and total. So knowing that, here is an example page that we're going to take a look at. This is a page on Moz. It's an article that discusses the title tag. So we talk all about a title tag, what it is, and why it's important, all kinds of things here on this page. So the H1 is the primary topic of this page. So the words title tag are enclosed in H1 tags because that's the overall topic of this page. Now you'll notice H2 is like a subtopic, and it's a question. So in the H2 tags, we have what is a title tag, and then you'll see a 2 to 3 sentence answer that answers that question, and then we expand on that answer with a list that's related. That list is in H3 or H4 tags. So basically what we do is we ask the question in H2, provide a 2 to 3 sentence answer, although that 2 to 3 sentence answer isn't quite enough to answer the question, so we then expand on it with a list enclosed in H3 or H4 tags. Below that, another H2 question. Again, that H2 is related to the H1. The H2 is why are title tags important? After that question, we see a 2 to 3 sentence answer, and then we expand on that answer with a list. And that list is enclosed in H3 or H4 tags. That way we can expand on that. That way if 2 to 3 sentences isn't enough, we can expand on it with a list. Now using that format can help us appear in featured snippets. If we Google why are title tags important, you'll remember that was in an H2 tag. And under that question, we provided a 2 to 3 sentence answer. And now that 2 to 3 sentence answer is appearing as the featured snippet. So we can not only optimize for multiple keywords with those H2 tags, such as why are title tags important or what are title tags, but we can also use those H2 tags to ask questions and then provide a 2 to 3 sentence answer, which helps us appear in the featured snippet. So all of those H2 tags are questions, and then we provide the answer. And again, that expanded answer is in H3 or H4 tags, and that can be good to not only expand on the answer and talk more about it, but also just in case Google decides to show a list instead of 2 to 3 sentences, we're prepared with those H3 and H4 tags. So again, those H2s and H3s and H4s can help you optimize for multiple keywords and appear in featured snippets. So how might we improve this post? I might want to use H2s in these different list elements. The name of this is 6 ways to prevent car theft, which is in an H1 tag. And then there's 6 ways here to prevent that, to prevent car theft. So, well, let's do a little research. This blog post is about car theft. Now, after doing a little keyword research, I found that car theft prevention was the keyword with the highest volume with still a moderate difficulty. So that might be the keyword that this article is trying to pursue. So I search car theft prevention and see what shows up. I see a featured snippet here, and it's a list. And this is from safewise.com. Now, this safewise.com is 7 ways to avoid getting your car stolen. So let's take a look at that article. Here's the article, safewise.com. I'm going to go into the live version of this article. So here we are at 7 ways to avoid getting your car stolen. What I'm going to do is open up the Moz bar. And I'm going to click on Page Analysis. Now here I can see the H1 tag is 7 ways to avoid getting your car stolen. And the H2 tags are keep track of your keys, secure your vehicle, park intelligently, valuables don't belong in your vehicle, etc. So what they've done is they've taken those 7 ways and put them in H2 tags. So if I scroll down on this article and take a look at it, I can see keep track of your keys. That's in an H2. Secure your vehicle. That's in an H2 with a short explanation afterwards. Park intelligently in an H2 with a short explanation. So if we go back to that article that we were originally working on, 6 ways to prevent car theft, one way to improve this would be to go in and put each step into an H2 tag the way the SafeWise article did, and then provide a short explanation under each. And that way we can be prepared for the featured snippet. So these are some best practices for header tags, including H1s, H2s, and H3s. Thank you.